Assalamu alaikum guys, and welcome to another episode of Smile to Jannah. The Israel-Palestine situation has always been crystal clear. However, when this whole issue started, the people with an IQ of more than 0.1 knew that it didn't start on October the 7th. However, you had the mainstream media peddling the same narrative that they were given from Israel, but now they are like rats jumping from a sinking ship. Israel launches Operation Gideon's Chariot, in which they are pretty much trying to take over Gaza, and these media pundits that have been singing from the same hymn sheet are now realizing that we don't want to be associated with this. So at the very end, we're gonna jump ship. Whatever the case may be, it is still glorious to see. He has been getting a lot of threats, and he's been getting a taste of the medicine that he has helped peddle.
Israel has decided no journalists from outside can go in
for 3 reasons
and make that assessment themselves.
Yes.
What right does Israel have to do that?
For 3 reasons. Will you allow me to finish?
Well, there are no reasons.
Well, you've
it's
just
none of your business whether the journalists view their safety as being at risk.
I'm sorry, you haven't heard the reasons yet. The first, of course, is the safety of the journalists, and I appreciate you don't accept that. The second,
I think it's a load of nonsense.
The second is the safety.
The idea you're doing is that some quaint concern for the safety of journalists is bullshit.
That was reason number one.
This guy, you know, when he starts to, even these guys, when they start doing proper, that's what it is at this moment in time. It's not a matter of, oh, let's look at the peer-reviewed evidence and let's look at statistics. It's bull crap. That's what it is.
And reason number two is the ability.
Better get better.
Is the ability of IDF soldiers to be able to conduct this war against Hamas without.
Without the journalists getting in the way.
No, without.
They've actually, by the way, they've killed more journalists in Palestinian journalists than in any war
Hamas members
in modern
wearing
history.
press vests are not journalists.
Yep. In case you missed that, they have killed more journalists than any war in modern day history, including Russia and Ukraine.
And reason number three.
So none of them are journalists.
And reason number three.
So just to be clear, none of the Palestinian journalists who've been killed are actually journalists.
I said Hamas members.
Oh, they're all Hamas members.
Those that are.
Well, Piers, this is what they love doing. Anytime you start bringing up, even if it's Palestinian children, they could grow up and become Hamas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll realize how annoying it is when you're making valid points and their response is, yeah, but it's Hamas. Every single Palestinian is not Hamas. You fools.
Every single dead Palestinian journalist is a member of Hamas. Is that your position?
No, listen, I appreciate Piers.
That is also bullshit.
But misrepresenting
bullshit.
Representing every
So that's 2 out of 2. What's the third reason?
Our mutual friend Douglas Murray was embedded with the IDF in Lebanon.
Oh my God, she just admitted it. He was in bed with the IDF. That's the only way he was there. So when he said, oh, I went there. What, did you even go there? Remember that whole Joe Rogan thing? Well, he went in bed with IDF.
You said the words yourself. I love Douglas, but he was embedded with the IDF.
Right.
He's unbelievably pro-Israel.
Let me finish.
So of course he was going to write what he witnessed while embedded with the IDF.
No, let me finish what his experiences there were. The difference is that...
You don't have to tell me.
There is something I think that you won't have heard. The IDF are able to allow journalists into Lebanon. He wasn't the only one. There were many other international journalists.
There have been a tiny... No.
Look, oh, wait, let me finish.
International journalists...
There we go. It is utter bull crap. Oh, we allowed one guy. Remember Douglas Murray, whom we allowed, but we only allowed him with our people and, showing him what we wanted to show him. That's not journalism. That's propaganda.
With him.
Bullshit.
We're very clear.
There have been a tiny handful of journalists.
I beg your pardon, we're committing a genocide. How dare you hurt my feelings with this? By the way, we just killed another 10 children, but please don't hurt my feelings.
Led in by the IDF in tightly controlled environments to witness what the IDF were prepared to let them see.
And you know what those
what it needs this war to stop the bullshit, which is out of control, by the way, in this last 3 minutes, is to let international...
She's getting violated. She's getting so violated. Like, it's just hilarious. You know what? I think that's how everyone in the media should be dealing with them. Like, they should have been dealing with them like this from the beginning. Towards the end, it's too little too late. But like I said, it's still glorious to watch.
Journalists go in and do their jobs, and they will worry with their networks or organizations about their safety, but they should be allowed to do their jobs. And there's only one reason why the Israeli government doesn't want international journalists crawling all over Gaza. It's because they do not want them reporting what they will find.
Hanji, absolutely. This is very obvious, but this Israeli woman is doing what they always do, gaslighting us.
By the way, will include the bodies of thousands of children who you on the Israeli side are not counting as you count the terrorists you kill, but who journalists would.
Reason number 3 is that those journalists that were in Lebanon said that they had to be very careful about what they reported because of what Hezbollah would do to their colleagues in Beirut.
So Hezbollah, did I say Hamas? Yeah, Hezbollah. Is there another group? ISIS, is there another group? Yeah, I'm just going to throw them at the end. It's like a cornered tiger, just clawing at anything and anyone.
Journalists have sunk to this level that they would allow their reportage to be controlled by terrorist organizations, Iranian proxies, Hamas.
I've just finished killing children, but the reportage is something that I just cannot fathom. I don't understand. What? That child is still alive? Get rid of that child. He's probably reportaging for Hamas. Something else that I think it was also glorious, and this guy is getting a lot of stick for it, and people think that he's probably going to end up like Gary Lineker is, I think his name is Krishnan Guru Murphy, journalist, reporter of Channel 4. Let's see.
Who have been starved for weeks, have been shot at while trying to collect aid. You are terrifying the population of Gaza even more. They're too scared now to go to collection points because they know they could be shot at by the IDF.
So that is precisely the Hamas rhetoric that...
Why does this guy look like a frog? Can someone just help me out here? Like, let me know in the comments. Is there some crossbreeding going on there? Well, frogs promised that land as well 4,000 years ago.
They want you to publish.
It's the facts of what's happened.
Israel
More than 50 people are dead.
No, that's not the facts, Krishnan. You have got the facts wrong because we've already shown you video of Hamas firing on their own people.
Okay, so Krishnan says it's a fact. Yeah, this is a fact. His response is, we've shown you video. Okay, let's see what Krishnan does with that. The video is still evidence.
Because this is the last hand. Oh, yes, we have. We released it on Sunday evening.
That is a totally spurious video.
This guy's on it.
Spurious video of a different incident.
The video
in a different
of Hamas
place.
Firing.
Hey, is a different. Is this guy really trying to put a video across that is of a totally different thing? How are these people considered normal?
No, the video of Hamas firing on their own people trying to get hold of aid is spurious, is it? I think it's...
You have no evidence
that
that was Hamas or it was at the same incident.
Firstly, you can't prove it's Hamas. Secondly, you can't prove it was that particular incident, mate. Flippin' heck. These guys have been putting across such crap for way too long. And these videos show that if the media was doing its job, it would come across like this.
Okay, that's slightly ridiculous. Sometimes, Christian, you actually advocate for Hamas.
Oh, so rather than dealing with Krishnan's argument, which is that you have to prove it's Hamas and you have to prove that it was that particular time. Oh, this is ridiculous there. You're Hamas. You're Hamas. Ha! What's Krishnan going to say?
And I must say it's bizarre.
No, that's offensive, David. You really shouldn't say things like that.
It is offensive to Israel.
It's just attacking the media.
He said that's offensive, the fact that you're saying I'm a Hamas apologist here. Well, that's offensive to Israel. How dare you be offensive to us while we're killing babies and journalists? Just leave us alone. We should be able to do so. Sheesh! What's wrong with the world? That is Semitic.
It's offensive to
and
Israel.
It's a talking point, and it just shows you're avoiding the question. The
Yes.
question
I'm
is,
not avoiding the question.
This aid operation.
You're avoiding the question. So prove to him you're not by answering the question. I'm not avoiding the question.
Nicely arguing.
This aid operation that you are operating now is ineffective. The UN one worked,
The
and you have
opposite is
stopped
true.
the UN distributing
The
aid.
opposite is
It was
true.
the UN who were
The
distributing aid,
opposite.
not Hamas.
The opposite is true,
The
Christian.
opposite is true. The opposite is true. You had enough time to come up with a reasonable answer, but you decided to repeat.
We just want
They're
this to
dead,
work.
David. They're not just
Hamas
injuries.
doesn't.
I mean, there's a pattern here, is the trouble, of you
Christian.
saying things and Israel saying things that turn out later to be untrue. And that's clearly what's happening here as well.
So that is what Hamas wants you to
Oh, so he's not asking or clarifying or offering counter evidence. That's what Hamas wants you to think. The all-hearing, all-seeing, all-powerful Hamas who were able to infiltrate your intelligence using hand gliders. Wow.
We have developed
It's
a
the
new
fact.
system to separate. No, it's not the fact.
Is it a new system that combats hand gliders?
The facts are that 7 million meals have been given to hungry Gazans. That's the
And the fact is that you're killing women and children, and you're justifying it, and you're continuing to displace and ethnically cleanse the people, Mr. Frogman. Ladies and gentlemen, glorious. That's what this was. Absolutely glorious. Wow. Only if the media did this from the beginning. Let's hope more of the media, at least now, will do the right thing. Until next time, guys. Assalamu alaikum.